We are on our way to the Brass Citadel to continue a Royal Deadfire Company quest, but as we exited our previous location of Sango, we are surrounded by all these ships. Sango is a mound of wreckage on the horizon, and you see a dozen junks sailing towards you. Even at this distance, you can tell they are making good speed. One of the ships pulls up alongside yours, and a well-dressed Oama man approaches the edge of the deck. Oama man. You do not recognize him, but he grins cryptically at you. Timely of you to show up, boss. I was just scribbling down my daily report. Maya folds her arms and nods across the gap. I'm afraid I will have to wait until I return to the Brass Citadel. I'm Atsura, Grand Secretary of the Royal Deadfire Company. Special emissary of the Ranga Nui of Rautai. He nods, but he's gazing towards Hasango with a peculiar smile. The outer beacon visible from here shines brightly. It surprises me that you have largely escaped notice in the streets of Nekataka. I suspect that'll soon change. What is this about? I want to extend the thanks of the Royal Deadfire Company for what you've done here. He raises a hand towards the outer beacon. Restored a valuable asset, whether or not that was your intention. The others at the palace will want to hear of this, no doubt. And you may as well take credit while the deed is fresh. I need to reach the Ashen Maw and Markman's Teeth. As though a cold wind is blown over the deck, at the mention of Markman's Teeth, the sailors stare at you in shock and horror. Those who were not frozen with their mouths agape or whispering fearfully amongst themselves. Atsura silences them with an unreadable glare. He turns back to you with a brittle smile, but does not reach his eyes. Forgive me, compatriots. Markman's Teeth is a volcanic chain along the northeastern edge of Deadfire. It's also among the most treacherous places in the archipelago. He casts a glance at the ancient sailors. The waters around it are patrolled by giants said to be born of Margaret's own volcanoes. Even our well-armed ships do not venture there. But I suspect Queen Onikaza could direct you to Ashen Maw. If you are set on going there, all the more reason to visit her palace, he smiles cryptically. Go to Serpent's Cry and Nekataka and later come to see me at the Brass Citadel. At any rate, I have much to attend to, and it seems that you do as well. Clear skies, Captain Colored God will Hey. Let's fast sail there. Royal Debt Company Expert Captain.
You blink and find yourself standing in the knee-high grass of an endless field, with the day just falling into dusk. Then, the earth falls away. The wind ceases, and you are sent tumbling up into the dark of the sky.
Watcher.
The voice of the Pallid Knight shakes the earth at your feet. You have returned to Bareth's realm. Your soul once more called to attend the wishes of the God of Death.
You know, I'm going to look forward to these chats. Maybe try the door next time. This shit again. Bow.
Once again, you have spoken with the Child of Light. Tell me what you have learned.
It makes for Margaret's teeth. He's still smashing his way across the Deadfire, destroying everything in sight, huh?
Intriguing.
The Pallid Knight stares past you, pensive.
While attend. Tell me what your many eyes perceive.
Her words ring out, and a heavy silence descends. In the silence breaks the murmur of countless voices. They speak all at once in languages both known and unknown to you.
Are these other gods?
In the space beside
So-called.
Gareth, an eye blinks open, followed fast by several more. They are round, keen eyes of Kith, the slit eyes of snakes, the small, dark marbles of birds, the bulbous lanterns of deep-sea fish.
Here we are.
A figure walks through the cloud of eyes as one might step through a door. It is an Orlan, then a pale elf, an ocean human, a Naga, each of them eyeless.
Continue.
They are Wal.
Wow. God of secrets, revelations, illusions, cryptography, obfuscation, perception, dream, visions. Wow, is in and of itself a mystery with no consistent forward gender it follows. Followers wrote an acts of reading and unraveling mysteries.
This is the first interesting thing to happen in ages. And we do so love a riddle.
The figure wears an Amawa's grin, and the many voices beneath its own.
Yes, it's so interesting when hundreds of kids die, so others can take a stroll.
Ah, Watcher, you do so fear loss. I once asked you to bury my scroll beneath Black Meadow, and you betrayed me to Grimda. Do you remember? Some things must be lost to be found again. But you have never believed that, have you? Let me remind you.
Results. You have lost an item. 3 scroll of fan flame. Damn.
We have read the book of your life, Watcher. It is heavy with the weight of your choices, and its pages are not unmarred by the blood of others. You read, but on a smaller scale. We see between the strings of the world, and Aothas is there, strumming them like a lute. His tongue is still, yet he sings of a coming joy. What tune he plays, we do not know. It is complex, ever-shifting. One moment vibrating in harmony, the next in discord.
A man strides through the door to Bareth's realm. Behind him lope wolves with lolling tongues, and jungle cats whose long tails twitch with every step. Galawain, the changeling, arrives, and he brings with him the wild heart of Aora's untamed places. Fast on Galawain's heels, a small wave of seawater washes across the tiles. It pours off the edge of the platform and cascades down into the beyond. From out of the water rears a glowing lure, then the head of a gigantic fish. The round black eyes of Andra roll to meet yours.
That's Andra. That should be prettier.
Aothas is nothing if not resourceful. I admire his nerve.
In the changeling's voice, you hear the soft patter of rain on leaves and the rush of wind through treetops.
I'm impressed by his single-mindedness, aren't you worried?
No, he is a creature of the pack left long alone. Without our strength behind him, he is weak. If his journey leads him back to us, he has proved himself worthy of return to the fold.
Oh boy.
Aothas does not return to us. He returns to execute some grand plan. We must stop him.
Andra's voice rises like a tide, panic riding its crest. The doors lining the walls of Bareth's realm slam open in unison.
The doors, walls. Doors lining the walls of Bareth's realm will sound open. Those doors up there. Andra seems to be the only one realizing the seriousness of the threat.
Warped pieces of ancient armor and the remnants of discarded weapons roar through the doorways. They meet in the center of the room, in a shower of sparks and form, the vague figure of a man. Finally, a blacksmith's sledge hurtles past your shoulder, and the figure snatches it from the air. A man forged in metal stands before you. Twin flames ignite in his eyes, and a low rumble starts in his chest. He walks forward. With each halting, jerky step, You're assaulted with the unbearable screech of metal grinding upon metal.
We should destroy Eothas, that we might reforge him into something new, something stronger. He could be a weapon that all of us might wield.
Abaddon's words carry the heat of the forge. Behind them, you hear the clang and clatter of hammer on metal, and the hiss of just quenched steel.
Abaddon speaks with wisdom. He violates not their realms, but mine. I feel his urgency in every stamp of his feet along my spine. I will send tsunamis to slow him, if Mogren would stir the earth beneath Mogren's teeth.
The water at your feet recedes. Lava oozes up through the shallow water, and a woman made from the guts of the earth emerges. She settles her characteristic broadsword on her shoulder. Mogren returns.
In the age when our steps carved valleys across the face of Aora, our bodies were impervious to all but the strongest attacks. I doubt fire and water will be enough to stop him.
Indeed.
But I will bear down upon Eothas with all the heat and fury of the earth.
Let's see.
If I must.
You should seize this opportunity to slow him down while you can. There might not be another chance. There must be another way to stop him.
The death of thousands now could prevent the death of millions later.
Say nothing.
The deep, bellowing cry of an aurochs shakes the ground beneath your feet. The cry drones on and on, a moan without end. Wal's many eyes squeeze shut. Andra slips back beneath her waves. Mogren dissipates in a swirling cloud of steam. Galawain's beasts cower and want. Only the pallid night stands impassive.
My end comes to all things in time. Should Eothas care to hasten the inevitable, I welcome his efforts.
What could he gain by destroying Aora?
Eothas seeks a slate wiped clean, freedom from the endless revolutions of Barath's wheel.
The Child of Light will not choose the hour of my death.
Mogren tests the edge of her broadsword with a smoldering finger.
He sows chaos in his longing for a radiant dawn. So much will be lost in the cacophony of fear his actions inspire.
The crack of thunder rends the air. The gods fall silent.
We can wait no longer to act. Speak with him, Watcher. Discover what it is he plans.
I'll do my
Water
best.
begins to creep across the floor. It swells, runs swiftly, and catches at your ankle. You scrabble at the tiles, but it's no use. The current's pull drags you off the edge of Barath's realm and into the fathomless beyond. You splash down in water so dark you can't see the bottom. Then, the water recedes, gone like a dream upon waking. The hard wood of your cabin's floor presses against your spine. The gods are gone, but you remain.